Yo, what is up guys, it is FullySpaced here and welcome back to this how to build a village tutorial. Our little series that we've been doing of just how to build your own personal village and what we've done so far, and just a massive recap as this is going to be like the finale episode. So obviously we're going to have our little main building. I decided to turn this into a giant church looking building with these two giant fiery pillars out the front here, and obviously we're going to go around and finish up the rest of the village in this series, as this is going to be the final or finale, the last episode of this all. We're just going to finish up this new massive building. We're going to head around the whole of the village itself, finish off the pathing, add in a few bits and bobs like the market stalls still need to be done, and then we just fill in the rest of the space with decoration like roses, leaves, flowers, anything that could kind of bring more substance to the village. I don't want to leave everything just completely like flat and just with grass. I want to bring everything to life, bring a bit more flower detail and just make everything more colourful. So as you can see here anyway, for the giant pillars we've got two squares. We've got two square foundations and we're just sticking out by one on the front and on each side, and we're just using a pattern of stairs all in random shapes, so they're going to be different on every single side. Some are the same and some are going to be different, and then we build up the top here into like a torch with some stairs to slope upwards, a block in the middle, and then on top I've got some stone slabs just to give a little detail on top, making it look like more of a torch. Then we're going to connect the torch themselves to the actual building, so we head out towards the back of the building here. As you can see, I've got those oak planks, oak logs even, at the corners of each of the build. They're just like support beams that I've used for this. I actually end up keeping them in this because it just makes it a lot easier, and I managed to transfer them into something which you will see later on. As you can see here, I'm just making space for windows and everything, and so I'm clearing out the area but leaving space for windows because it's going to be like some large church, and large churches generally have quite large windows. Obviously adding detail to each sided wall. So all walls are made out of stairs, just in different patterns, exactly the same we've done for the torches, but just on the actual building itself. I'm going to outline the roof of the build with cobblestone as you do, and as you can see at the bottom, cobble and stone connecting there. Later on it will actually fix up when I extend it by one to overhang. I also come back and fix this roof because I made a weird roof design, as you'll see in a second. I kind of built up like a normal roof and then flattened it on top and added these three like straight up and down bump sections, like a rhythm section. However, I wasn't too happy with it later on, so later on you will see me probably towards the end of this video. I believe I actually change it around there just to I feel like the way I changed it later on definitely brought out more detail. So as you can see here, I've just gone around the edge with cobblestone on it and the field in the middle with spruce. Then we're going to go around each side of the building itself, add that pattern of stairs into the walls, and then add your giant sections of glass in as well on the sides there. Obviously you can't connect glass to the stairs, so you're going to have to bring the glass windows back into the building by one. Obviously I'm filling in the upstairs, just giving the build some subtle presets or layout so I know where everything's going to go. I'm building the doorway here. Obviously literally this whole build is a lot of it's just built out of stairs, because stairs can give a lot of design and patterns, so I've definitely stuck with that. And then I've added the door here so it's just one giant door that opens, and then you head into your main room here, as you can see. I'm just going to take a break from this one now and just clear out some pathing areas and build up some market stalls. So I actually clear out quite a bit of this space here, and as you can see we're starting to get a nice little layout for the build itself and for the village. We've got all of our paths near enough in place, and we'll decide we will add the stalls in where we was meant to add them earlier on the series. So we're going to add probably two stalls in, I would say. I started off with this really simple design, like the normal design. I was like, no, you can't have the normal looking stalls, so I actually changed it up quite a bit here and went with some more of a medieval design on these, which I thought was a lot better. They kind of give you more shape to the marketplaces themselves, especially the roof. Didn't really want it to be completely flat. Obviously it's going to be flat eventually, but this one definitely came out with a lot more shape than the others. The other designs that I've played around with. So obviously we're going to have a nice little mark stool here. I chose red and white for this one. You can use whatever colours you want, and obviously when I build the second market stool here, I actually change up the colours to yellow and white. So now let's head back over onto the main build itself, the giant church that I've been building. I fill out the inside layer of cobble and dip it down by one as you walk into the building. I then head around and fill in the rest of the building with stone brick, and then at the front here I add a lectern with a little design going on with some stairs and oak woods, and then we've got a light in the middle there, and then we've got some more stairs heading up towards it. Looks like you can walk up it. Obviously people aren't going to walk up it, hopefully not, it'd be very disrespectful. But yeah, we got some stools here with some red carpet, and then I decided to add these hanging lights in because I thought they looked really cool. Added 2 at the back and then 2 at the front. I actually changed the lighting around, as you will see in a second. I then added a bush in the middle there just to really give some little bit of greenery to the build itself. On the side where I kept those 2 giant support beams, as you can see now, my character is over there. He is actually building a little, it's kind of like a little tower that goes upstairs. If you've ever been in a church, you generally have these things that go upstairs, and they're quite small. I've never actually been up them, but I've always seen them from when I was younger, and obviously being forced to go to a church for Christmas carols as a kid was never fun. So you can see these small details, and I've built them so they head upstairs, and obviously I've made a little way upstairs. Once I was upstairs, I thought I might build a giant bell up here, but instead I actually just went with a nice little floor pattern, some lights up there, just kind of a little holy place to chill out. Nothing really too special. Obviously it's mostly going to be for staff members, etc. So this is actually pretty much the build complete. Obviously now we're going to go over and finish the rest of the build itself. By the rest of the build, I mean the village. We're going to finish off the rest of the village by going on the outsides and the insides, adding in the small intricate details. As you can see here, I've got some little vineyard going on with these bushes and berries underneath. Just a little place where people can come and collect their wine, etc. Obviously certain people are going to, like farmers and that, are going to set these up and use them in their life, day-to-day life. So I'm going to have to path it out, a few barrels here as well for its collection, and then obviously we want to add some more decoration outside, flowers, etc. Leaves, and just get in a bit more colourful outside, making the village itself look very to life, very colourful, and somewhere you really want to be. A nice little place that looks very pretty. Then we head on the inside and we do the exact same thing here with some leaves, grass, roses. I'm literally using different types of flowers, pathing out as well just to get everything in detail, and then bone mealing the grass itself so I don't have to hand place everything. Hand placing a lot of it, like leaves, roses, but as soon as it comes to using anything else, bone meal it, because otherwise you're just going to get you can always get different types of flowers and things. And if you're doing it all by hand, the chances are you're probably going to end up placing blocks that are really similar to each other, so it's not going to look too natural. Obviously I've built a tiny little vineyard out the back there as well, and we're just heading around these small nooks and crannies around the back here. You can see I've still got blue wall and things like that, so just going on a general clear out and removing these things from the vicinity of the village itself. So if I come around the back here, you can see all this blue wall. I actually start to remove that, and then there's a little alleyway on the side of the building that has blue wall too, and I begin removing that from the build itself. Now that that's pretty much all removed, I just went around and had a look at anything else that needed bone milling and clearing out. And then I added a little path up to the archery thing, because I may have bone milled it too much that I couldn't actually see it anymore. So yeah, it's a nice little thing, intricate details here. So then I'm going to head out and then fill everything with slabs, so you don't have to jump up any blocks, it's all just pathed out for you. I just went with a mix of spruce and cobblestone slabs for this one. You could use whatever you want, but I've stuck with those just because it kind of fits the theme of the builds themselves. And then we just want to get everything basically easily accessible. So that's nice and done, and everything done here. And now we're going to head over and just change the roof on the main building here. So as you can see here, we're just heading over and my character has already started on that main building. I just started turning it into a giant normal roof with just where it meets in the middle at the top, and then we just enclose this middle bit. Obviously we're keeping a little bit of a gap there, so it kind of gives off a bit more detail, but I definitely just wanted to close this up and just make it look like a normal roof. Otherwise the flat one didn't kind of bring too much to the build itself. I definitely think maybe when you're building something on a large scale, don't ever flatten the roof, because it didn't look particularly great in my end, in my opinion. Obviously, once I had to go around and fix this, I had to change a lot of the blocks on the roof, because some of them were slabs, some were stairs, and it just got all a bit messy. But eventually I got around it and finished it all. And yeah, I think in my opinion it looks really good. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And I will see you all soon. This series is now over, so let me know what you guys want to see. And peace.